work on their team that plays majority zone defense, and they do a lot of man pressing, 2-2-1, 1-2-1-1, different types of pressing. So we're working a lot of our press offense and our zone offense. So we spent a lot of time with that the past couple of days.
What have you thought about your press offense? I know you haven't seen a ton of press. Do you think you guys have handled it pretty well?
Well, I thought we did a decent job last game with only having 12 turnovers. But I think the key with any press, and we have different type of press offense, it's more important that a guy going to get the ball and making plays with it and getting up the court and attacking the press as opposed to passing across the court and across the court. We like to do 1 or 2 passes, get up the court and try to score the ball.
You looked like you called a couple of timeouts that maybe they got it in the corner and you didn't want it in the corner. Is that just understanding what you're talking about of advancing the ball?
Well, I think more than anything in that case, when I have an experienced team, a team that's been around me for a long time, we kind of play through that. But in that situation, the timing of the game, I feel like it's best to call the timeout, not turn the ball over.
I know you don't want to look ahead, but are they getting time off after this game?
Yeah, we'll take time off. I think we'll have, obviously, after the game tomorrow, and I think we get back at it on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. It's the day after Christmas, yes.
They're going to go home, enough time to go home? Or
I think most of the guys will go home. I think maybe about 3 of them will stick around here, but for the most part, all the guys will go home.
How do you manage them not checking out too
Well,
early?
that's been going on for years. I mean, our focus actually having our practice plan, our emphasis of the day is don't go home until the game is over. And I think that is very important, but it's easier said than done. But I think in our case, we're still trying to get better as a team, and we're having fun getting better in practice. So I think our guys will be ready to go.
You inherited this schedule. Do you like playing this close to Christmas? Do you think it's hard or a distraction? In your world, would you play, day before Christmas Eve?
What was the day before Christmas, 2 days before? Because our schedule said you have to play the games, I have no problem with that, not at all.
But if you were setting up your schedule like next year, would you want to play
I would do the same thing in this ballpark, because I think it's good for the fans, especially when you have a lot of people coming home for the Christmas holidays. I think it's good for the fans.
Conzo, what have you learned about your team 10 games in?
I think we're getting better. I think we're all getting better. Sometimes you don't see the progress when you're losing games, but I think for our guys, we're getting better, we're gaining confidence, and I think more important, we learn how to play better with each other on both ends of the floor.
Has anything surprised you?
Not really. I think our guys have, made the progress. I think we're a little bit better than I expected offensively early in the season. Now it's a matter of us getting better on the defensive side of the ball.
Did you like what you saw out of Cam Tatum? I know he's sort of been up and down for you a little bit when you look back at the action.
I thought he was very aggressive, and I thought the most impressive thing about him, he rebounded, he scored, but he had no turnovers, and I thought that was great.
You said after the win the other night that when you start losing games, you start getting hesitant, start maybe second guessing yourself. You kind of seen that go away since then in practice.
Well, the thing about in practice, the guys had a level of confidence. That's the one thing, people ask about lineup change. I didn't think there was a need for a lineup change, but I thought our guys were practicing hard and doing the things necessary to be successful in the games. Obviously, in games we came up short. So I didn't think there was a lot of hesitancy in practice. I thought in the game you start thinking a little bit more. You're trying to hold on to a lead, you're trying to hold on and try and win a game as opposed to going out there and playing and letting it all happen.
What you're trying to instill in these guys, how encouraging was it actually to win? Not just because it was a come from behind, but because of the way they did it, so much better defense in the second half.
Well, I thought they did a good job defensively. And I've always been a coach. Even when I played, at Purdue as a ball player, I never consumed myself with who the opponent was. I felt like they were all good opponents. You have to be ready to play. So for us to come back and get a win in the way we did it, to gain a level of confidence in doing it, and also taking 5 or 6 charges in the game, I thought that was impressive.
I guess what did Coach say to you about the Asheville game, the way that you guys played defense in the second half? Was the staff pretty happy with how you guys ended up that game?
Yeah, they thought it was a better effort. I think, as a team, it was one of those where we had to, fight and come from behind, and we ended up getting a win instead of it going the other way. And I think they were proud of the way that we battled, and I was proud of the way we battled. I think we could stay together, and I think our defensive effort at the other end was really good.
You guys got a win, but you did have a little bit of a losing streak, just kind of a tough, couple months here. How nice is it going to be to get a little bit of a Christmas break?
It'll be nice, but we gotta keep working hard and just try to get better every day. And I think if we do that, then the wins are going to start taking care of themselves.
How hard is it to focus on just basketball with Christmas this close to you?
I don't think it's that hard. I think more for a younger kid, it would probably be a little bit harder. But you know, it'll be nice to spend time with the family. But I think you know, our minds are going to be on basketball, and when we get back, we're definitely going to be concentrating on you know, reeling off the wins.
With your family not too far away, do you have more relatives coming in maybe for Friday's game, or anybody extra in town?
I have about the same all the time. You know, I have a lot of family members that come. Everybody's pretty close, and so I usually have a lot of people that come to games. And it's nice to feel that support. You know, being a local guy, you know, feeling that family support, and knowing that people in the stands rooting you on.
You guys have ETSU coming up on Friday. What are your thoughts on playing an in-state school like that? It's, you know, a team that's going to be very hungry and want to beat you, and they're really not that far away.
No, they're very close. I've watched ETSU play, and they're a really good team. They do a lot with pressing, and they drop back in the zone, and so hopefully we'll play smart, play good on the defensive end, and come out with a win.
It's early in the season, Skylar. I mean, it's only 10 games in. How much have you learned about yourself and your teammates this season?
I think we learned that it's going to be you know, it's a tough road. You know, a new coach coming in, it's tough to get adapted. It's tough to learn to mesh with people that you've not played, you know, many minutes with. But I think it's just going to get better as we go on down the road, and the more games we play, the better it's going to get. And I think we're just going to keep working to get better every day, and I think it's going to carry over, and you're going to see out throughout the season.